If you're new to stand-up paddleboarding, you might be looking at how you can improve your general paddling technique so you can go further, faster, and perhaps into the wind. In this video, we're going to talk you through some basic tips and techniques so you can improve your paddling technique. The most common mistake people make is paddling with their arms and not their core. Your core is a very strong part of your body, and if you can utilise it in your paddling, it will be way more effective than paddling with your arms. The movements required to successfully utilise your core can be a little bit confusing to put into practice. We've broken it down into several steps to help you learn the muscle memory required that you can practice when you're on the water or off the water. To start with, try an exercise of bending at the hips and flexing at the knees. Although bending at the knees isn't good practice when you're paddleboarding, this exercise will get you ready and prepared for how to engage your core. Secondly, simulate holding a paddle and repeating the movements. It's important to keep movement and flexibility in your knees to help you get maximum reach for your paddle catch. Pay attention to the extension of each arm during the paddle stroke. This is really fundamental for being able to get a good long stretch for your paddle catch. Through good flex in your hips and flexibility in your knees and the stretch of your arms, you're aiming to maximise your reach ready for your paddle catch. The paddle catch is when you first touch the blade onto the water. The further forward you can create the catch, the better and more powerful your paddle stroke is going to be. When you've mastered the movement, pick up your paddle and try giving the whole lot a go. Don't forget, you can do it on land as well as paddling to get used to the movements. Focus on really flexing at the hips to maximise the stretch for your paddle catch. Notice now how I've put all those movements together. I'm not bending both knees uniformly. I'm bending my paddle side knee to maximise the reach for my paddle catch. Aim to make sure the paddle blade is out the water just behind your ankles. If the paddle blade is in the water for longer than this, your paddling technique is inefficient. Try to keep your paddle shaft as vertical as possible throughout your paddle stroke. This will also help paddle efficiency. To do this, practice twisting slightly at the hips, keeping those hips nice and loose and free. If you struggle to turn your hips and keep your shaft vertical, try turning your head. Your hips will always follow your head. Practicing this technique isn't something you have to do on the water. It's really good to do it on the land as well. Just make sure that you look after your paddleboard when you put it onto your trestles and that you're safe as you do so. I tend to use a slightly shorter paddle to make sure it doesn't hit the ground. If you're using an adjustable paddle, just adjust it to be slightly shorter than when you're on the water. Also have a go at filming yourself. This is a really good way of analysing what you're doing and starting to learn to get a better, stronger paddle stroke. We hope that's been useful. Give it a go and let us know how you get on. Don't forget there's also loads of extra paddling technique features on SUPboarder and SUPboarder Pro. Look out for the Paddling with Power series and many others. If you've got any comments or questions, please put them in the box below. And until next time, happy paddling. We'll see you on SUPboarder soon.